is Crystal with Blessings at Home. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are interested in learning more about homeschooling, stay-at-home moms, product reviews, curriculum reviews, yada, 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 don't forget to just hit that subscribe button. So today I'm going to continue on with our curriculum review for what we are using for the school year 2016-2017. And today I'm going to be talking about spelling. Spelling is one of those things that, unfortunately, I don't really have one set curriculum that we've just kind of stuck with year after year. Spelling is really hard for me because, I don't know, it's just kind of one of those things that it's hard to clump multiple grades in together and do all across the board. So I'm going to, little confession time, one year we just kind of nixed spelling, didn't have a set spelling curriculum. It was kind of like if they came and had, hey mom, how do I spell this word? I would tell them how to spell it, and I would try to keep like a running track in my head of some words that I had spelt for them over the course of the week, and then we would practice writing those words and spelling those words, and just oral, verbal, quick spelling test on that. So anyway, we have used All About Spelling, Spelling You See, Spell Well, Spelling Workout, Rod and Staff Spelling, Christian Liberty Press Spelling, Sequential Spelling. Is that it? I think that's all the different spelling programs that we have used. So anyway, so this year what we've landed on is Sequential Spelling. And all of our children, grades 2nd through 8th, they are all using the Sequential Spelling, Spelling 1. Now, at the beginning of the year, I did have All About Spelling for my 2nd graders to use, and it just wasn't getting done. So just this past month, I've just kind of brought them to the table, and they've started mid-year with Sequential Spelling with us, and really doing fantastic. Probably because level 1 is geared more toward like their age than it is for my 14-year-old. My 14-year-old is bored to death. He really probably does not need a spelling program, but he's a terrible speller. So we just throw him in the mix. It's fine. It's not going to hurt him. So the way that Sequential Spelling works is sequentially. So here on the front, it gives you an example. You would start with spelling the word all, and then we would spell the word tall, and then we would spell the word stall, and then install, and then installment. And so they all kind of build on each other. And it's really nice for children that lean toward the dyslexic side, or just children that have trouble phonetically picking up the sounds. So yes, we are terribly, terribly behind. But right now we're getting ready to start day 89, and there are 180 days. So technically one day of spelling for each day of the school year. And they give you, so there's 4 lists per page, and they will build on each other. At the beginning of the year, you start out with just, I think, 15, so here you go. First day. In, then pin, then send, then spin. And then our second day, we have I, and then it goes on, and then we gradually build to where on the 4th day we're spelling thins, pinning, sinning, spinning, skinned, winning, enter. And the way that this works is I dictate the word, so I would say in, and then they would write it out. And then normally I have them give me a thumbs up, or everyone just hollers, all done. And then I give them the correct spelling of it, I-N. And if they got it wrong, I want them to put a neat line through the misspelled word and then spell it correctly out to the side. So, and whenever in sequential spelling, whenever you see these little bold-faced words, so like this is I, and it has a little star next to it, those are the homophones. So they address that. So we have it in B. So so that's when you would use it in the sentence. So we will all be there. Or for like bee, a bumblebee, I hate to be stung by a bee. And then B can also be used as a name. My Aunt B had a party. And so they address homophones with, and for like I, and like I, mate. So you can build on the spelling. And then for me, like, the book addresses like how you want to address handwriting. It says, since the students correct their own spelling, they should be expected to write clearly and legibly. The daily test can and should be used for handwriting practice because the patterns, being repetitive, can be a help in developing legible handwriting. As a teacher, you should set clear standards for acceptable handwriting on these spelling tests. And I tell them all the time, if you can't read it, you need to rewrite it. Or if I can't read it, you need to rewrite it. I do allow, occasionally we'll do these tests orally, and we just nix the handwriting for the day with each individual student. I have a daughter, bless her heart, she's been in a cast for her right arm for at least 4 or 5 months of the school year so far. So a lot of times I will, she'll dictate those words to me and I'll write them for her. But I really love this. I know at least 3 of my children are dyslexic. I think that the fact that each word is building on each other, it really helps. So like, I know, like last week, we were spelling words with all in them. All, toss, stall, install, installment, call, recall, wall, and ball, and football. And I was able, we were focusing on that all sound in these words. That all sound is A-L-L, and that's how we spell it. I also have noticed that it's helped me to notice which children are having trouble picking out that phonetic pattern, and it helps me know, okay, I need to focus more. This child needs a little bit of extra attention on phonemic awareness and how we can just listen for those sounds. So it's a great way if you have multiple kids just to, throw them all in, get it all done at one time. It can be time consuming. Sometimes I'll whisper, especially now that we've brought our 8-year-olds in the mix. Sometimes I'll whisper to my older children, like the next word, because they've got it. And it's really more of just spelling practice for them and just recognizing the patterns. Just a second. Yes. Yes. Sorry. I have a child that's on crutches and he would like to put on a boot. Anyway, so that is our spelling curriculum for 2016-2017. Going into next year, I do plan to continue on using this. I do not have the actual student book, but somebody gave me, I have a DVD set, so I'll have to do like a more in-depth review of the curriculum when I actually have the DVD. I'm not sure how that works. We've simply used the teacher book this year, and $12.60. And I've got spelling covered for all of my children. And they can just write them in a notebook. Sequential Spelling does have student workbooks. They're pretty thick. And it has the page for them to list their words. And on the back, it has that extra homophone activities or unscramble word activities, which if you have a dyslexic child, unscrambling words, in my opinion, is not necessarily beneficial. Anyway, that's another video. So, sequential spelling, that's the spelling that we landed on this year, and I do plan on continuing to use it. It's just super, super simple, open and go. I can use it for multiple ages, and so it's worked. Spelling is actually getting done. Yes, we are behind, but at least we are consistently getting spelling done on a weekly basis. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that everyone has a blessed day. Bye.